Greetings everybody and welcome back to Wager Talk TV. This is Pablos to break down one more match for the World Cup Qualifiers. This is the last of my 4 free plays. You can find those at Wager Talk's YouTube channel or at wt.buzz/pl. In this video, I'm gonna cover the Iraq versus Bolivia game, which is played on Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern. This is the last of the qualifiers. You can find all my plays at wt.buzz/pl. All my free plays, both in written and in video form. All my premium plays are there. I got a lot of plays loaded for Tuesday. We got player props at huge numbers. We got sides, we got totals, we got late goals. Many different ways to bet on these qualifiers. So and a reminder, we have discounted prices for 3, 7, 30, 90 and 365 days of soccer. Of course, the more you buy, the more you save. And you're gonna get all 5% releases, all props, all futures, everything. And especially if you get that yearly pass, you'll get all summer plays. And if you've been around long enough, you know that we make a ton of money in the summer competitions. I know this competition is very well. We got the MLS, the Copa Libertadores. That's besides the World Cup, right? We got the Copa Sudamericana, we got Argentina, we got Brazil, we got the Leagues Cup. We got a lot of ways to make money in the summers, plus 300 units in the last 3 summers. I came out on a positive, like we made money in 9 of the last 10 major international competitions. That's Euros, World Cups, Copa Americas, you know, all these major competitions that regard national teams. And I just know the format, I know how teams operate, and I know what they need in every given game. So head over to my page, you'll find like a 3-7 day. Again, you can get 30 days, 90 days. Reminder that in 10 days from now, we got the Champions League and the Europa League qualifiers, so you want to get those as well. So onwards to our free play, Iraq versus Bolivia. This might fly under the radar, but I found a bookie mistake here, and I think you should also take advantage. This one is from FanDuel. Now, pretty balanced odds here. Iraq are minus 117 to qualify. Bolivia are minus 107 to qualify. And as for the regulation, Iraq are plus 150 favorites. The draw is at plus 220. Bolivia plus 190 underdogs. The spread is set at pick'em or a quarter of a goal, depending on where you look. You know, these lines keep going up and down. And the total is set at 2.25 goals, 2.25. So right off the bat, this is an extremely hard match to preview, so I'm gonna give you some insights and hopefully I can help you, somebody, you know, make a better play here. But right off the bat, I like Bolivia pick'em at even money. But there is a player prop that I really love. But before the player prop, I just wanted to just say a couple of things about this because it's been a rocky ride for Iraq. Iraq will be looking to make their 2nd World Cup in their history, and the first one since 1986, while Bolivia will be looking to return to the World Cup after 1994 and for the 4th time. So both teams are more than hungry for a ticket to the World Cup. Now this match is played in Mexico, so no home advantage for either side. Maybe a bit for Bolivia, who are more likely to have fans there instead of the Iraqis, you know, with all that's going on in the Middle East. In fact, Iraq had to take a private jet out of Iraq, and the situation was up in the air until a few weeks ago. In fact, Iraq's participation was in doubt as the country's airspace was closed for like a month because of the conflict in the Middle East. At the beginning of March, no planes were flying out of Iraq. Some players were not even granted visas for Mexico. The head coach was stuck in Dubai. So, I mean, but they did resolve it after all. They went to Jordan, flew out of Jordan, so they're there. They're in Mexico now, so they're ready to play. So how did Iraq get here? I mean, how did the qualifying process go? They scored a late winner at the 17th minute of stoppage time in their 2-legged tie against the United Arab Emirates. And that was actually their only match with over 2.5 goals, as they are now on a 5-1 run to the under 2.5 goals and 7-3 run to the under 2.5 goals in the last 10. So usually they play for unders. Now their coach actually has quite a bit of experience. He was in the exact same position in the previous World Cup in 2022 as coach of Australia, who played for a goalless draw in regulation versus Peru, eventually won in penalty kicks, and they made it to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. So There they lost 4-1 to France in the opener. They beat Tunisia by 1-0 and Denmark by 1-0. They made it to the round of 16. They kind of put up a fight against Argentina, lost by 2-1 and were eliminated. So this coach has been in this place before, while Iraq's coach hasn't. So point, Bolivia's coach hasn't. So point for Iraq here. Now, Bolivia, they had to beat Brazil in the very last match of the qualifiers in order to be here. And they also needed Venezuela to not win their home match against Colombia. So Venezuela actually, they took the lead versus Colombia, were equalized, they took the lead again, but fell apart in the second half, lost by 6-3, which gave Bolivia the ticket. So I've said it before, Bolivia, they're extremely strong on home ground as they pick venues way up in the altitudes of the Andes Mountains. So they're accustomed to the climate, and visiting teams, they tend to suffer. So Bolivia tend to be much worse on the road, but they did come back from 1 goal behind versus Suriname a couple of days ago. And they're now one step prior to the World Cup. Now, this is a very aggressive team that will kick if they have the lead, and they're trying to keep it. This game looks like it will have a bunch of cards, but card props are not available anywhere. Maybe the books know something. So I'm gonna go with a player prop here, and this is a game again that I can't read too well. This could go anywhere, but I saw a pretty big price. The stats are solid, and FanDuel made a mistake. I have already loaded this in written form at wt.buzz/pl. Make sure to read it. Now, Bolivia's Miguelito, or Miguel Terceros, or Terceros, if you're Spanish speaking, he scored in their last match versus Suriname, and he was actually by far their best scorer in the South American qualifiers. He had 7 goals in 12 matches, I believe. He finished second in the scorers table behind only Lionel Messi. Now here is the weird part on FanDuel again, right? He's plus 410 to score anytime, which means that this bet stands only for the regulation, only for 90 minutes. So plus 410 to score anytime in regulation. But he's plus 440 to score anytime, including extra time. That's a price better by 30 cents, and we also get 30 more minutes of extra time. So not sure what's going on with the odds here, but we ride. So Miguel Terceros, anytime goal scorer, including extra time, is plus 440 at FanDuel. If you cannot find it, you can might as well pivot to Miguel Terceros, anytime goal scorer, which is plus 410 at FanDuel. I'd bet this to plus 250. So the play here is Miguel Terceros, anytime goal scorer, including extra time, plus 440 at FanDuel. This is clearly a bookie mistake. The longer you wait, the higher the chances are that they're gonna fix it. I already dropped 2 units on this one. I'm almost certain that they're gonna fix it in the coming hours, as soon as people start pumping money on that one. Or I don't know why they did such a mistake, but I'm here to do the reading for you, the digging for you, and here is a value play. So before I recap, I want to remind you guys to like and subscribe to our channel, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about this game, on all the other games. I got 3 more free plays, and Karma in Bianco has 2 more free plays. You can find all those at the channel, just scroll over and you'll find all about it. But my plays you can find at wt.buzz/pl. All my premium plays are there, or my free plays are there, both in written and in video form. Reminder, we're running discounts on 3, 7, 30, 90 and 365 days. The more you buy, the more you save. And that includes, of course, all the 5% releases, all the futures, all the props. And again, I'm extremely dangerous in the summer, plus 300 units in the last 3 summers. I just know this competitions very well. They play real soccer over in South America, because that's where we make most of our money, in the MLS, the Brazilian League, Argentinian League, Liga MX, Copa Libertadores, Copa Sudamericana, Leagues Cup. We got all kinds of ways to make money, and this is gonna be a huge summer. I don't want anyone to miss out. Head over to my page, pick what you like. Good luck, God bless.